First and foremost, I want to say, Kawaima Yawabashi Yansha Bishima Kafadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone GMS, who do, of course, rule and teach well. Out here, camping yet again. Another Sunday night, prophesying the downfall of this wicked evil kingdom known as America. But according to the scriptures, the land that we currently live in, dwell in, whatever, is called Babylon the Great. Right? So, as always, our job is to come out here week in and week out and prophesy the downfall of this wicked nation, right? And prophesy of the rise, the salvation, and the elect of the people that you see on this sign right here, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. So, first up, because I mentioned it, it's the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 20. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the sheep place of concourse, and opening the gates. In the city she uttereth her word saying. Right? So in opening the gates, in the ancient world, a city was covered by gates. Right? Like if you ever played any of these medieval games, they show you a city and they have gates in front of it. And the gates have like some of them have a drawbridge or whatever, certain castles or whatever, but you know, cities have gates, man. You know, and you have someone that guards the gate, watchmen, right? So the scriptures, they use these words as allegories, things of the times, right? But it's meant for us to understand now, right? So we're in the opening of the gates, the chief place of concourse, a place where the business is done, right? You're not supposed to be camping, you know, damn corner, you know, out back, you know, in the darkness, you know, right? You guard the voice of the chief place of concourse, open the gates in the city, she uttered her voice saying, right? How long you simple ones who love simplicity, the scorns of light and the scorning, and fools hate knowledge, right? So how long you simple ones, man, you two-thirds our nation of Israel, man. So-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, and you don't want to get right, man. Right? 2/3 of you here in this land, right? Right? Turn ye my reproof, behold, I pour my spirit unto you, I'll make my words known unto you, right? If you will turn back. Right? But our people don't want to turn back, they don't want to listen. You know, all they do is look at us, you know, and they point the finger and they laugh, man. You know, and there's a judgment that comes with that, right? You know, like it says, you know, touch not my anointed, you know, do my prophets no harm. You are the apple of my eye, do my prophets no harm, right? So, you know, you laughing at us, you're laughing at the mouthpiece of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, right? Isaiah chapter 6 and 9, right? I said, you also heard the voice of the Lord saying, who you try to send for us, and who will go for us? This said I, here am I, send me. And he said, go and tell his people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Right? So they can hear, they can see, they got eyes, they got ears, right? People can hear and see, but they can't perceive this, right? They just look, and it's like, man, you go get a job, right? And all of us got jobs, all of us work. Some of us got families, some of us got kids and wives and whatever, you know. So what you people be saying about us is a bunch of nonsense, right? Slander, right? It's the book of Isaiah chapter 6, verse 10. Make the heart of this people fat and their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with the eyes and hear with the ears and understand with the heart and convert and be healed, right? And I believe when you go into that word convert, we can go ahead and get that. Just bookmark that page real quick. You go ahead and get that word for convert, because I believe in the Hebrew is shawab or something like that, but it means to repent. So I'm get it in both. I'm gonna get it in the King James because the King James automatically translates the Hebrew into Paleo Hebrew. And then I'm also gonna get it in the blue letter because I think the King James, maybe with HTML or whatever the brother used, it word wrapped so much. This is the book of Isaiah, Jeremiah, Isaiah, chapter 6, verse 10. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 6, verse 10. Right? And convert, I believe that is Shawab. 877, 25. Yeah, I believe that is Shawab. So turn back, to return, to return, come back, human relations or spiritual relations, turn back from the Most High, apostatize, which apostatize, apostle, the root word for that, needs to be sent out. So when they say you're an apostate, that means you're someone who turned away from this truth. You've been sent away, or you sent yourself away, really. Right? To return, be brought back. Turn back, return, right? Converse, converted. Right. But our people, they don't want to listen, man. They don't want to be converted. They just want to keep doing what they want to do. Right? Book of Isaiah, chapter 3. Right? Book of Isaiah, chapter 50. Yeah, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 3, verse 9. The shoe of their countenance doth witness against them. They declare their sin is Sodom, they hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have awarded evil to themselves. Right? Say ye to the righteous that it will be well with them, for they shall eat the fruit of their doings. Woe to the wicked, it shall be ill with them, for the reward is his hands shall be given him. Right? So the show of their countenance or the show of their face doth witness against them. Right? Because the wicked of our people, they declare their sin as Sodom. Sodom was a very wicked place. Sodom is named after it, man. And our people here, they engage in the exact same behavior, right? And they declare their sins as Sodom, whether they're doing that sin, that particular sin, or doing other sins. It's madness down here. Rampant adultery, rampant idolatry. Hell, even when you go on YouTube, you look at YouTube lives, like if you look at shorts long enough, it'll send you to YouTube lives, and you see people doing witchcraft, tarot card readings, and all this madness, right? This is madness what we see on a daily basis, right? As verse 12, as for my people, children are their oppressors, right? Edomites. A woman rule over them, O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths, right? Absolutely. So, yeah, our people are destroyed as a people, and that's why they need this truth. But they don't want to listen. They don't want to hearken, right? Only the elect will hearken. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 28, verse 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast, right? The milk and the breast, right? These scriptures, man. And it's going to go into precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. That's how you learn, right? And the only way you're going to learn is by listening to the Lord's men here on earth, right? You can't, this ain't something that you can just, learn, on your own, man. The Lord had to be dealing with you. You gotta learn from his men. Right now, above us, the elders and apostles, the Lord was dealing with them, right? But the apostles of old, even before them, which are them in the reincarnation, they did all the work already. They did the heavy lifting. Our job now is to go into these scriptures, break them down correctly, because, like I'm going to get into Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, the prophecies are already out here. It's not all finished. We have some things to look forward to. However, as the elders say, time at the time, we have 100% of the truth. GMS has 100% of the truth, and I follow GMS, man. I watch the videos, I learn from them, right? Because they break down the scriptures the right way, right? Verse 10, the precept must be upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little, right? So the precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line upon line, here a little and there a little, right? And that's how you break down the scriptures, right? I believe Nate at IUIC calls it Hebrew hopscotch. Hebrew is a hopscotch, whatever you call it, right? We, jumping around from scripture to scripture. That's how you break down the Bible, right? The Bible isn't a comic book that you read from beginning to end. It doesn't work that way. Everyone keeps saying, oh, I read the Bible this, I read the Bible that, but you don't understand how to even read the Bible. You don't just start at Genesis and go down to Revelation. And people don't even talk about the Apocrypha, right? You Christians out there don't even talk about the Apocrypha, which is in the original King James Version, 1611, right? So let's see here what they got in precept here, right? Let's see what Jeremiah 6:10 is about. Let's see. Look at Jeremiah. Yeah, it's the book of Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 9, right? Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall thoroughly glean the remnant of Israel as a vine, turn back their hand as a grape gatherer into the baskets. Whom shall I speak and give warning that they may hear? Behold, their ear is uncircumcised, they cannot hearken. The word of the Lord is unto them a reproach, they have no delight in it. Right? So they have no delight in the word of the Lord. Right? The word of the Lord is a reproach unto them. When you say something is reproachable, like shit is reproachable. Right? You look at shit on the ground, you step over. Right? You stay away from it. Like they treat the words of Yahweh Shimi Yahushai the exact same way, as something that's a reproach unto them. Our people don't want to listen to these scriptures, man. But that's okay, right? Because when tribulation English comes, they just not gonna know what's going on, and that's fine. That reminds me of second Ezra, therefore they have prayed for the weak. Because our forefathers prayed for the nation as a whole to receive deliverance. Just from the go off of it. So Galatians, Corinthians, Ephesians, Colossians, Timothy. It's the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1. But the times and the seasons, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you. You yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. Right? So a day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night, and a time when no one's going to expect it. Or when these people aren't going to expect it. We know, right? But they shall say, peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Right? Like when a woman gets those birthing pains, those different contractions, and then they eventually give birth. Well, sometimes, they can be so sudden, women just give birth right there on the spot, man. Like I believe I heard of a situation where a woman gave birth on the subway train, on the NYC subway. like right there in a train while I was moving, right? And then another woman came down, like helped to deliver the baby. So shit like that happens, right? But you, brethren, are not in darkness, but that day shall overtake you as a thief, right? And then it goes on to say that we're children of the light and children of the day, man. And what's this light, man? This light is this word, these scriptures, right? And Yahushai is that word, man. You know, it's Yahushai. He's that wisdom, you know, the wisdom of the Most High that dwells within us, right? You know, Yahushai stands at the door and he knocks, right? And through us coming on the highways and byways, right, teaching the elect of our people, then Yahushua can deal with you, you know, and then you start to learn and come into this thing as you know, you can grow into this thing. You know, I can't speak on, you know, every little, you know, brothers in here have been here longer, you know, you can help me out in the comment board if you happen to see this, right? But this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 6, verse, we can read 10 again, right? 6 and 10. To whom shall I speak and give warning that they may hear? Behold, the ears uncircumcised, and they cannot hearken. Behold, the word of the Lord is unto them a reproach. They have no delight in it. Right? So our people, they have no delight in these words, man. It's a reproach unto them. Right? Oh, what is that guy doing out here? That thing look like a dress. Right? They don't even know what a dress is. A dress don't have, you know, see-through on the sides. Right? Therefore, I am full of the fear of the Lord, and I am weary with holding in. I pour it out upon the children of God, and upon assembly of young men, even the husband with the wife shall be taken, their age with him that's full days. Right? Like that happened in Babylon, it's going to happen again. Because you got Jeremiah 30 and 7. Right? There is a measure and some judgment that needs to come down again. There's a time of judgment that needs to come down again. Right? Before everything is, you know, wrapped up in the elect of being saved, right? As I have it written down here, 2nd Ezra, the 4th chapter, around about the 27th verse. There is a measure for everything that the Lord has planned on earth, right? So let me go ahead and get that. Book of This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 4. So that it's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 4, verse 2nd Ezra, chapter 4, verse 36, right? Second Ezra chapter 4, verse 35, right? Did not the souls of the righteous ask questions these things, and they change the same? How long shall I hope on this fashion? When cometh the fruit of the floor of our reward? Right? Habakkuk in the 2nd chapter asks, you know, how long, O Lord? You know, where, you know, this devil increased with that which is not his, man. Right? Because that's what he does on the planet Earth. He steals everything. He stole our nationality, right? Stealing our identities, right? First and foremost, the main thing, changing the images of the Heavenly Father and His Son, right? Everything. He has a lot to answer for. 2nd Ezra 4 and 36. Unto these things, Uriel the archangel gave an answer. Right? Even when the number of seeds is filled in you, for he hath weighed the world in the balance. Right? So even when the number of seeds is fulfilled in you, right? So there's a number of deaths and reincarnations that you have to go through on this planet Earth. And this time right now is the last one. Right? And these times now, if you die, right, then that's it. Right, you don't reincarnate, pretty much until, the kingdom, man. the kingdom is here, you know. And if you heathen, you reincarnate into captivity, right? We're not going to just reincarnate here. This place is going to continue for another 1,000 years, right? By measure hath he measured the times, and by number hath he numbered the times. He does not move nor store them till the said measure be fulfilled. Right? So Uriel is breaking down to Esdras that there's a certain amount of wickedness that needs to come down to planet Earth, in a certain time frame for all these things to come down, right? And nothing's gonna move ahead of anything else, right? There's a certain number and measure for everything that goes down the little orchestrates, right? Verse 38. Yeah, we can go on, right? Then answered I and said, O Lord, that bears rule, even we are full of impiety, which means unbelief. And for our sakes, peradventure, it is that the foes of the righteous are not filled up because the sins of them that dwell upon the earth, right? So he answered me then, go thy way to a woman with child, and ask her when she hath fulfilled her 9 months, if a woman may keep the birth any longer within her. Absolutely not. Then said I, no Lord, that can she not. And he said unto me, in the grave, the chamber of souls like the womb of a woman. For like as a woman that travail to make a taste, escape the necessity of the travail, even so do these places haste to deliver those things that come in unto them. Right? So, even in spiritual world, everything has a measured time and a measured pace. Right? Nothing is going, everything is moving at the pace it should move. Right? Book of 2 Ezra chapter 5, verse 1. Nevertheless, as concerning tokens, both the days come, if they which dwell on earth shall be taken in great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren in faith. Right? So absolutely, man. The iniquity shall be increased above that which thou not seest, or that thou hast heard long ago. And that's these times right now, man. Wickedness and evil is growing, man. And hell, there's certain things that we haven't seen yet, right? Certain levels of depravity that we haven't witnessed yet, but we're gonna witness when the famine comes, right? The word famine, like famine, which means to be hungry. That's what we have to look forward to in America, right? There will be a famine in this place. There's 3 days worth of food inside the houses, inside the supermarkets. We're gonna raid the supermarkets, the restaurants, and once that's gone, it's just gonna be gone. So let's see if we can get a little bit more here. Yeah, I believe she's seeing America this week. We can skip down right here. The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 9. 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the sign pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it's the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Right? So measure thou the time diligently in itself. Right? How do you measure the time? You measure the time by using the scriptures, not with a clock. Right? That's how you measure the time. Then shalt thou understand it's the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there should be some uproars, earthquakes, and uproars of the people in the world, right? There was just an earthquake in was it Myanmar? I don't know what those people are. It might be Japheth, but there was an earthquake over there, right?
Yes,
and that's an earthquake, and you got earthquakes happening all over the place, all the time. We got uproars of the people, going all over the place. I know down here there was some big protests, in Colombia. There's still protests. I remember one time I was on my way to the main camp, and some lady was trying to give me some papers. She looked bugged out of her mind, trying to tell me to go to some Palestine march or some shit. And I was like, I can't go there. I gotta go to work. He said, oh, well, you know, you have to, I just wanted to see what she would say, right? I wasn't considering actually joining that nonsense. But she said, oh, you know, we all have to make sacrifices. I ain't sacrificing for no damn Ishmaelite that don't give a goddamn about my people. Madness, right? Verse 4, then thou shalt understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even for the beginning, right? So these prophecies, these events that are happening now, these current events, you know, there's nothing, you know, these current events have been talked about long ago. I was about to say ain't nothing current about the current events, which that's kind of true. To the Most High, it's current to us, but for him, he already knows what's going to go down, right? But, you know, these are things that have been prophesied to come long ago, you know, 2,000 years ago, beyond 5, you know, beyond and beyond and beyond, right? You know, they've been prophesied of. You know, the earth is about 15,000 years old or so, you know, but the prophets have all been talking about these things, you know, right? For like as right. Verse 5, like as all as me in the world had the beginning and the end, and the end is manifest, right? Book of Jeremiah chapter 28. Book of Jeremiah chapter 28, 31, 29. 28. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, a war of evil and of pestilence. Right? So the prophets of old always prophesied of war, evil, and pestilence. Why? Well, I mean, that goes all the way back to Adam, you know, in the garden, you know. And I'm going to those wicked philosophies, right? There's no such thing as no apple that you eat that gives you ultimate knowledge. They went into wickedness. They were following the wicked doctrines of the other nations. There's no apple, man. You know? Yahushua even mentioned that, well, he didn't mention it, but when you read Matthew the 15th chapter, right? He was basically breaking down that, you know, what you eat, you know, it goes into the stomach and then goes out to the drought, right? But, you know, he basically broke it down. It's your actions. I'm not going to get into it now, but it's your actions and the things that you do that judges you, you know? Not stuff you hear or it's around you, right? So, moving on, right, the prophesied peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known, right? That the Lord hath truly sent him, right? Because you had a false prophet named, this is Hananiah, you know, he was prophesying that peace would come to the land of Judah. And he was wrong. He was lying. The Lord did not send him, and he got judged for that. He died, right? Likewise, all you wicked false prophets that are out here now, you know, teaching falsehoods, preaching that America is going to be, you know, lasting forever. You know, there's a judgment that comes along with that, right? He that adds unto the words of the scriptures, right? Him will I take his name out the book of life, right? So you're sowing destruction to yourself when you break these scriptures down the wrong way, right? So that was that. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 13, and verse 4. And then I'm going to wrap up with this one. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 13, 12, 13, verse 4. Right? This isn't the right one. Why isn't the right one? What did I do? Let's see, 14. Should be taken. Yeah, 11. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 10. Right? The disciples came out, go to a full count, right? The disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, because unto you it is given to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. For whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance, but whoever hath not, from him it shall be taken even whatever he has. Right? So you people, you rich, you jakes that you pride in your physical wealth, which is foolishness with the Most High. Right? Because all your physical wealth here in America is going to get burnt up, right, by ICBM nuclear fire. So everyone's always being so proud about their watches and their cars is madness. Right? Therefore, verse 13, therefore speak I to them in parables, because they see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand, which I went into already. Isaiah 6:10. And then now it's fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, by hearing you shall hear, and shall not understand, by seeing you shall see, but shall not perceive. For his people's wax gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed. That's the only time they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart or their mind, and should be converted, and I should heal them. Right? They're not going to hear. Right? So last one, but blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. For verily I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which you see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which you hear, and have not heard them. Right? Because the disciples, who later became apostles, they were able to see Yahushua in the flesh, man. And Ezra saw a vision. He wasn't able to. He wasn't there physically. I don't know who he reincarnated as, but he wasn't there physically, right? But many prophets have decided to see the things that they saw back then. Nowadays, we all those prophets coming back now. So we're seeing the same thing. So blessed are our eyes and our ears. Pretty much, you should be happy to be alive to see these things, right? But when we say Kalayim Yahweh Shemo Shab Shemo Kakadash, right? Taban CLs and apostles, we must go GMS once again, the one teach well. Until next time, as always, say Shalom, Baba Ball.